Hello everyone, I'm Bhaskar Thyagarajan, CEO and founder of Blue Sky Learning. At Blue Sky Learning, we envision a world where all learning is engaging, impactful and a whole lot of fun. Today I want to specifically address facilitators, managers, people who conduct training program or address teams, and I want to talk to you about how you can facilitate really impactful learning sessions. So I'm calling them Facilitation Mantras. And today I'm going to break that up into three parts, which is about what do you do as prep before you conduct a workshop, what do you do during a program, and what do you do after. So let me go step by step. So before the program, the first thing is know the audience. Now when I say know the audience, really know the audience. A lot of times you might get data on, okay, this is this particular team in this particular function, this age group, etc. But just quiz the person on the other side, either the HR manager, HR business partner, whoever is initiating that training. Just quiz them a little more about the real a day in life of these individuals. Get a sense of who these people are, what their challenges might be, and that's going to bring a lot of flavor. That 2-minute conversation will bring enormous flavor into your training itself. Second is you need to know where this learning is going to be applied. A lot of times programs tend to be designed because somebody has mandated that program. Neither the audience nor the person initiating that program really have a sense of why these people are going through this particular workshop. So you need to know from your side, what do they expect the audience, the cohort, after going through this training, how are they going to really apply it in their daily work? And it's important for you as a facilitator to get a sense of that. Third, and my personal passion area, is the involvement of the line manager. As a facilitator, you should set aside 2-3 minutes at least to talk to the line manager of the cohort or the senior who's heading this team, to understand from their perspective what do they expect as outcome from this program. How do they expect the audience to change, or what do they want this particular cohort to really gain from this program? And you need to hear it from the horse's mouth, because finally the ownership of this program or the result of this training is going to impact that particular line manager. Last, simple but very critical, is basic hygiene factors that you have to take into account before you do a workshop. In today's day and age, there is in the virtual instructor-led world especially, there are multiple platforms, Zoom, MS Teams and Meet and Blue Jeans, etc. And even that is not the same across organizations, because different organizations have different licenses, etc. So it's a good idea to do a demo and plan for experiencing that platform before you actually conduct it. Similarly, in the physical space, you need to look at what is the space you have, what is the seating you have. If you have group discussions but you're in an auditorium setting, how you have to be able to pre-plan it so that you don't look confused and unprepared during the session. So that comes to the elements before you actually deliver the program. Then let's come to what happens during a program. The first is subject matter expertise. You have to be the person who knows the most about your area of your subject matter than anybody else in the audience. Without that, your confidence will not come in being able to deliver a meaningful program to your audience. So do your homework. Prepare yourself. If you have activities, games, etc. integrated into your program, you should know everything about those particular activities or those particular simulations or scenarios that you're using more than the audience will. You should not look confused and unprepared. Second, and my personal mantra, is to get off the pedestal. I've been doing this for 17 years, but each time I step in front of a program or in front of an audience, I make an effort to ensure that I don't stand at a pedestal, I don't talk down to the audience, but I'm actually interacting and working with them as if we are all part of one group. Because remember, in the work that they do more than you. In the work that you do, you might know more than you. And only from a combination of these two is a successful program going to happen. For that to happen, you need to tell stories. Very often, facilitators get stuck by talking about success stories, either their own success stories or success stories of really accomplished businessmen or founders or startup evangelists, people like Steve Jobs and Sundar Pichai, who might be very inspirational but don't have any context with the audience. When we share our success, we create distance. When we share our failures or our challenges, we create empathy. And that's critical as a facilitator to establish that connect with your audience. Then is to be non-judgmental, right? A lot of us have experience of running similar workshops for similar audiences across organizations, and we tend to create a mental pattern saying if they are HR, if they are supply chain, if they are purchase, then we create a mental picture of this audience is going to be like this. It's important to not be judgmental and bring a fresh perspective. Only then will we be open to this audience and what they have to share and what their particular challenges are. The last is always give context. Bring all this preparation that you've done before, bring it into your program, bring that richness by always contextualizing everything that you're talking about to that audience, to their job role. Give instances. All the prep work that you do should come out in that context. Then the audience will truly connect with you as a facilitator, and they will not look at you as somebody who is giving a very generic academic learning experience. Then comes after. In the after part, the first and foremost is you began with the line manager, you have to circle back to the line manager and set aside some time to discuss with your line manager. Start with sharing your insights from the program. What have you gathered without making it individual based, without getting personal. Talk about what is the impression of the audience. Talk about what you've gained as insights. That's going to be of great value to the line manager. And then at the same time, you talk about what the line manager needs to do to reinforce those learnings. Give them a very simple, short, it could be a short note, it could be a 5 bullet points that you want the line manager to reinforce in the next interaction that manager is going to have with that audience. What that will do is the audience will instantly know that this program is of importance to my boss. If it's important to my boss, it has to be important for me. It means that the boss is expecting me to act on this, and therefore that is why he's talking about this. So it moves from being a mandatory training to something that the audience attaches value to. The next part is where the manager talks about actions or discusses with the participants, asking them, saying, now that you've gone through the program, what do you propose to do? Just by asking that question and forcing the audience to think about what action I'm going to take, you've already nudged the program to a completely next level in terms of its effectiveness, just because the manager is asking important questions. At the same time, leave whatever you have gathered as insights. Ensure you share the same with your participants as a post conversation, as a post communication after the program, so that a lot of times programs, we tend to gather insights, participants make notes, don't make notes, they read handbooks, don't read handbooks. But if you leave them with insights that you have the top 5-6 things that you think they should carry back from this program and share it with them before you have this line manager conversation, then you're completing the circle as far as the training program is concerned. This to me are the key facilitation mantras. I hope you have a rocking program the next time you conduct one. Thank you.